Hello. Today we're going to continue reading in Joshua, chapters 13 through 17. When Joshua was old and well advanced in years, the Lord said to him, "You are very old, and there are still very large areas of land to be taken over. This is the land that remains, all the regions of the Philistines and Girgashites, from the Shihor River on the east of Egypt to the territory of Ekron on the north, all of it counted as Canaanite, the territory of the 5 Philistine rulers in Gaza, Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron, that of the Avites. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites, from Arah of the Sidonians as far as Aphek, the regions of the Amorites, the area of the Gebalites, and all Lebanon to the east, from Baal Gad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamath. As far as the inhabitants of the mountain regions, from Lebanon to Misrephoth, Maim, that is, all the Sidonians, I myself will drive them out before the Israelites. Be sure to allocate this land to Israel for an inheritance, as I have instructed you, and divide it as an inheritance among the 9 tribes and half of the tribe of Manasseh. The other half of Manasseh, the Reubenites and the Gadites, had received the inheritance that Moses had given them east of the Jordan, as he, the servant of the Lord, had assigned it to them. It extended from, Aor, blah, 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 and it's just going to read all the land markers. Moses had defeated them and taken over their land. But to the tribe of Levi he gave no inheritance, since the offerings made by fire to the Lord, the God of Israel, are their inheritance as he promised them. This is what Moses had given to the tribe of Reuben, clan by clan. Okay, so then it's going to list all the cities that Reuben got. The boundary of the Reubenites was the bank of the Jordan. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the Reubenites, clan by clan. This is what Moses had given to the tribe of Gad, clan by clan. And then it's going to read all the territories. These towns and their villages were the inheritance of the Gadites, clan by clan. This is what Moses had given to the half-tribe of Manasseh, that is, to the half of the family of the descendants of Manasseh, clan by clan. And it just reads all the towns for half the sons of Machir, clan by clan. This is the inheritance Moses had given when he was in the plains of Moab, across the Jordan, east of Jericho. But to the tribe of Levi, Moses had given no inheritance. The Lord, the God of Israel, is their inheritance, as he promised them. Now these are the areas the Israelites received as an inheritance in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the tribal clans of Israel allotted to them. Their inheritances were assigned by lot to the 9.5 tribes, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. Moses had granted the 2.5 tribes their inheritance east of the Jordan, but had not granted the Levites an inheritance among the rest. For the sons of Joseph had become 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim. The Levites received no share of the land, but only towns to live in, with pasture lands for their flocks and herds. So the Israelites divided the land, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Now the men of Judah approached Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, said to him, "You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, at Kadesh Barnea about you and me. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land. And I brought him back a report according to my convictions. But my brothers, who went up with me, made the heart of the people melt with fear. I, however, followed the Lord my God wholeheartedly. So on that day Moses swore to me, 'The land on which your feet have walked will be your inheritance and that of your children forever, because you have followed the Lord my God wholeheartedly.' Now then, just as the Lord promised, he has kept me alive for 45 years since the time he said this to Moses, while Israel moved about in the desert. So here I am today, 85 years old. I am still as strong today as the day Moses sent me out. I am just as vigorous to go out to battle now as I was then. Now give me this hill country that the Lord promised me that day. You yourself heard then that the Anakites were there, and their cities were large and fortified. But the Lord helping me, I will drive them out just as he said. Wow. That is so impressive. He said, I am just as strong now at 85 as I was back then when I was 40. And he's fighting. I mean, he's leading an army. He's fighting for his own land. So that's so cool. That is so cool. That is divine strength. The allotment for the tribe of Judah, clan by clan, extended down to the territory of Edom, to the desert. Wait, did I read? Oh, no, I missed a paragraph. Sorry. Then Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave him Hebron as his inheritance. So Hebron has belonged to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Canaanite, ever since, because he followed the Lord, the God of Israel, wholeheartedly. Hebron used to be called Kiriath Arba, after Arba, who was the greatest man among the Anakites. The allotment for the tribe of Judah, clan by clan, extended down to the territory of Edom, to the desert of Zin, in the extreme south. Their boundary was this, and then it reads through all the boundary lines. And this is their southern the eastern boundary. Oh my goodness. This would mean more if we had a map in front of us. It'd be kind of fun to have the map and then mark it all out of who got what. It would mean more to us, I think, if we did that. And then the western boundary. These are the boundaries around the people of Judah by their clans. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Judah, clan by clan. And then they go through the inheritances, the southernmost towns, the western foothills, the hill country, and the desert. And then the allotment for Joseph began at the Jordan of Jericho, east of the waters of Jericho, and went up from there through the desert into the hill country of Bethel. It went on from Bethel, that is Luz, crossed over to the territory of the Arkites in the Ataroth, descended westward of the territory. So Manasseh and Ephraim, the descendants of Joseph, received their inheritance. This was the territory of Ephraim. And then it goes and lists all their towns. It also included all the towns and their villages that were set aside for the Ephraimites within the inheritance of the Manassites. And this was the allotment of tribe for Manasseh as Joseph's firstborn. That is, for Machir, Manasseh's firstborn. Machir is the ancestor of the Gileadites who received Gilead and Bashan because the Machirites were great soldiers. So this allotment was for the rest of the people of Manasseh. Okay, and then now Zelophehad, son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons, but only daughters, whose names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They went to Eleazar, the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders, and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brothers." So Joshua gave them an inheritance along with the brothers of their father, according to the Lord's command. Manasseh's share consisted of 10 tracts of land besides Gilead and Bashan, east of the Jordan, because the daughters of the tribe of Manasseh received an inheritance among the sons. The land of Gilead belonged to the rest of the descendants of Manasseh. The territory of Manasseh extended from, and then they have all the boundaries, north, south, east, and west. Okay, and then the people of Joseph said to Joshua, "Why have you given us only one allotment and one portion for an inheritance? We are a numerous people, and the Lord has blessed us abundantly." "If you're so numerous," Joshua answered, "and if the hill country of Ephraim is too small for you, go up into the forest and clear land for yourselves there in the land of the Perizzites and Rephaites." The people of Joseph replied, "The hill country is not enough for us, and all the Canaanites who live in the plain have iron chariots, both those in Bethshan and its settlements, and those in the valley of Jezreel." But Joshua said to the house of Joseph, to Ephraim and Manasseh, "You are numerous and very powerful. You will have not only one allotment, but the forested hill country as well. Clear it, and its farthest limits will be yours. though the Canaanites have iron chariots, and though they are strong, you can drive them out. It was basically saying, be strong and very courageous. You can do it. Was a good, like, fatherly pep talk, wasn't it? And that's all for today. Tomorrow we'll pick up in Joshua chapter 18. So I hope you don't mind. I summarized a lot of it, but it was lists of all their boundaries and the territories. And I think without a map, it doesn't mean a whole lot to me. So thank you so much for joining me. It's always a pleasure to read with you. I look forward to reading with you again tomorrow. I love you so much. Bye.